requested this song.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the, I don't know, is this like the 30th Talktoberfest for the month of October? But it's the fun night because tonight is ladies' night. I get to do a ladies' night like this. It makes my heart so excited. I miss y'all's faces.
I miss you, definitely. I try to tune in when I'm heading to work in the morning, but I don't always get to listen. But I do get to listen to a lot of myself, so it works out.
I listen to you every morning, so I listen to all of you all the time. So, but yeah, I rarely get to see you. I saw Anna the other day. Anna, how did the baby shower go, by the way?
Oh, she's frozen in a big smile.
I always said studio. How'd the baby shower go, Anna?
It went well, thank you. Yeah.
I don't know. Do people know, Anna, that you are expecting a little Anna?
None of our listeners until now.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I did not mean to let the cat out of the bag there. I'm so sorry.
With me being a news anchor and not a host, you don't really talk about your personal life, So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, about 7 months pregnant. Thank you.
I saw we had an all staff meeting. Was it last Thursday? When was it? But you were there, Anna, and you had your little belly was showing, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you look so fantastic! You're an adorable pregnant."
Yeah, I went in there to get more food. You know how that is when you're pregnant. One plate was not enough. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate it.
So I figured tonight we want to let on ladies' night, we want to let everybody who's out there joining us lead the conversation. Last year when we did ladies' night, we ended up finding out like fun trivia about each other, and my most memorable moment was finding out that Anna Erickson is an archer.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we can share random secrets tonight. Are you like also, I don't know, a shot putter or two or something, Anna? Like, do you have this other random like Olympic skill that's amazing?
Oh no, archery is pretty much it. I do like to draw though. I draw like photorealism type stuff. So.
Are you serious? You know what we should do is we should have you draw something and we could like give it to a listener. We could have a little contest for a listener, auction it off or something.
There we go.
You're artsy.
What about you, Pam? What's one of your secret talents? What's something that no one knows about you that you don't want anyone to know? And it's just us four, so no one's going to know.
It's just us four. Wow. I'm so open and transparent. I don't think there's anything that, our listeners don't know about me. I mean, I'm very out there with my business, probably more than I should be. This is what my teachers would write on my report card. This is what they meant when they sent it home to my mom she talks too much. So I share everything. So I don't think there's anything about me that would be like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Sorry to disappoint.
No, you could never disappoint. What about you, Sharon? I think we learned that you were a twin last year.
Yes, I have an identical twin sister. I play the piano. I used to play the piano in weddings and things like that. I played the piano for a long, long time. I don't do archery, but I used to run track. I ran the hurdles.
I did too.
Yeah. Okay.
I did the 110 hurdles and the 300 hurdles.
Yep. That's exactly what I did. So
I have a giant scar on my leg from where I hit a hurdle and then just slid across the pavement.
Oh, ouch. Yeah. That was always brutal, tripping over the hurdles. Never fun. Yeah. So I loved running the hurdles. That was just great fun. So who knew? Maybe we wouldn't have raced against each other because I'm a lot older than you. But
no, I don't think you are. When did you graduate from Carolina?
91 undergrad and 94 grad school.
So we almost crossed because I got there in 95.
Okay. So we're
Yeah.
close.
We waved at each other as I was coming in for
Exactly.
orientation.
Welcome to Chapel Hill as I was on my way out. So.
Pam, I have to tell you, Catherine just posted a comment that said, "That's what makes you so relatable, Pam."
Oh, I love that. And that's exactly how I want to come across. Pam the Jam. Thank you, Patrick. I love Pete that he's created this whole persona with me, and he like coined Pam the Jam with the little ding of the bell, and now just something so silly of me being like, what, no ding? Like one day he just didn't do it. And I was like, no, I'm not reading traffic until you ring the bell. And then he just started ringing the bell, and then it just became a thing. And other people would, call in and you didn't ring the bell, you didn't ding the bell. And we went through like a few different nicknames until we got to Pam the Jam. And so that's been it. We're stuck there, and I love it.
That's a good one.
Love that. So that's why the little bell,
I saw Steve.
Yeah, put a little bell up. That's so cool.
I love it.
So now that you work in the afternoons, are you loving the chemistry that you have with Pete and with Brett Winterbull? I hear the promo that's airing right now with you and Brett Winterbull. I think where you're saying like, that's like the best thing I've ever heard you say. And he's like, what?
And so it all stemmed from such a much longer conversation. And I'm truly humbled that I'm even in the promo. You generally know how those work. It's usually a the host and or that hot topic that's going on. I hear your promos all the time with Bo, and so it's an honor to be a promo. It's a big thing for me. And so when I hear that, oh, thank you, Dave. Hi. And then so when it happened, it started off because he called me the wrong name, and he does that between Anna and I all the time. So I was like, we'll just forget it, cut out the middleman and call us Panna, and like we'll just be one person. We're just gonna have to fuse ourselves together after she has the baby. But so he called me the wrong name, and I played it off, and I was like, no problem, don't worry about it, Pete. And then he just was in mid-sentence and like caught what I said, and then just the rest of that conversation stemmed. So he just cut it, and I guess they made a promo, and I love it. And to answer your question, the chemistry is amazing. It's great for both hours. I get Pete, which is wonderful, and I get Brett, and just the diversity of just the way the two of them report and go back and forth. It's wonderful. I love the afternoons. It's great. It's great to be on there. Yeah, it's great to be a part of the show in any form.
Yeah. Well, they're so lucky to have you, because I loved working with you in the morning, and it was so much fun. Like our last week, I think, working together, we were down at the beach with the Waniac. And
yes, the Waniac.
So much fun. Kim has a question. Kim says, although I know the answer because you gals don't keep your composure on the air. Example, Arnold Palmer.
So I heard something about this morning about the Arnold Palmer. So somebody tweeted me and was like, you better talk to Mark Garrison. He said he's saying something, and it's about you and something about an Arnold Palmer. So I started reaching out to Bernie before the show. So I have to hear like what happened.
Well, it was all surrounding Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania over the weekend, where he was talking about, and now my face is, luckily on the radio, you can't see when my face turns red. Now my face is going to turn red again. But he was talking about in Arnold Palmer's hometown about a story about hearing about other men who have showered with Arnold Palmer at the clubs and after golf tournaments, and that they're all impressed with his manhood. Apparently, this was
you're not talking about the iced tea lemonade mix.
My mistake. Yeah. Not the drink.
Not the drink. I wish it had been about the drink, because I had to sit in there and have this conversation with Bo and with Mick Mulvaney.
Oh my goodness.
And it was a little too, I couldn't find the words, and I'm still struggling finding the words. So I would much rather talk about iced tea and lemonade. It's delightful.
So speaking of those waitress days, the first time someone asked me for an Arnold Palmer, I was like, what is that? So yeah, that's how I know. That's as far as my extent goes, and I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Especially now that you're good. So you're good.
Let's see. Monica says, oh, it's Monica Schaefer. Hi, Monica Schaefer. She says, what's the report story? Oh, this is probably a great one for you, Anna. What's a story that you've had to report that still bothers you?
Oh.
Actually, I hate to admit this, but I'm going to because I'm an honest person. I've reported on so much news over a period of 12 years. That's how long I've been doing this. It kind of starts blending together. But I can tell you as a whole, the type of stories that always bother me, active shooters, those are hard for me, especially with high schools. Any type of pedophile story. Yeah. Those always bother me. But a specific one, like, because there's so many that have happened so much throughout the years, they just kind of roll together. So
Yeah. Which is sad, isn't it?
It is. It's very sad. And they just keep getting worse and more frequent. So it's
not good. Not good.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think I feel like the ones that have stuck with me over the years, the shooting in Las Vegas at the concert, was it a Jason Aldean concert, and then the Uvalde school shooting. But I think the one that has stuck with me the most well, I mean, gosh, Hurricane Helene, that one sticks in my heart, but also the officers who were shot in April of this year, because I was on the air, and we were kind of in a commercial break, and they hadn't released the name of the fourth officer. It was the U.S. Marshal, and I found out before they released the name to the public that it was my friend Tommy, who was shot and killed, and when you're reporting on a story and you end up having a personal connection to it, like finding that out while I was trying to talk to an audience about it and I was trying to process the emotion of figuring out that it was a friend, and that one has definitely stuck, and probably will always stick with me.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, that's extra tough when, like you said, when you've got a personal connection to a story, and then to try and still keep that I'm a newscaster type of persona along with it too is not easy to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Brandon just posted, lighten the mood.
Try something else. Let's talk about something. How about those Panthers?
Well, I don't think that's going to lighten the mood.
I mean, it's something to giggle at, but
Brandon asked who can give us the best Hillary Barsky impression from Fox News.
Oh,
ladies
my
and gentlemen, I know who it is.
And I think that you would be the closest, but in the newsroom constantly when I'm in there with Anna, when I'm Hillary Barsky, Fox News, and I was just like, man, like she's just something about her. I can just see her like movement. Never seen the lady in my life. Hillary Barsky.
Fox News. Yeah, she does that weird intonation of her voice. Yes. Not just like Fox News, it's Fox News or whatever it is that she does.
Yeah. So like for the mornings, she does our business headlines, and it's Hillary Barsky, Fox News.
That would be it.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well,
hello, Matt.
It looks like Cecil is asking you, Sharon, how do you keep your chin up reporting on the Panthers through the years?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we've had a rough stretch, haven't we? It's just always like, all right, you just got to find something positive to focus on, and which is certainly not always easy. I had high hopes for this year, especially after they sat Bryce Young and put Andy Dalton in. We had that great game at Las Vegas. I was like, all right, we're going to start winning some football games. But yeah, it is definitely hard to stay positive and find good storylines, because, I have to do several interviews every week with guys. And I've been doing the Coach Dave Canales show for the pregame show. And, you got to it's harder than it seems to try to find positive things to talk about, So it's not always easy, but I've been doing it for a long time, and unfortunately, I've had a lot of practice. And I saw a comment there as well on how do we fix the Panthers? Well, boy, that's not an easy fix either. But we got to get some guys back on defense. If we get some of these injured guys back, I think that things will definitely improve. We've got so many injured guys at the game yesterday. We had only one guy out of our front seven, one guy that was a starter on day one. Everybody else was a backup or a backup to a backup. So, and then two guys. We had so many guys out. It was just crazy. So 8 out of 11 starters gone yesterday. So
Wow.
that doesn't make life any easier. But hopefully we'll get some guys back and maybe turn the corner here soon.
I think they're asking now too. Drew says the UNC football team's also having a tough time.
I've got the double whammy going here. It's like I can't win in any of my sports. That's why I'm like, wait till basketball. Yeah, the UNC football team is also tanking as we speak. So at least we had a bye this past weekend, so we couldn't lose. So now hopefully maybe we'll get that one turned around here too. But I'm counting down the days to basketball, so not too long for that.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
People are
Sell
so
the owner.
Oh, sell the owner. We got a question up after somebody asked us, here it was Steve who said, what stories bring you good memories? Are there things that y'all have done? One of my favorite memories with you, Pam, is the day that I think that you came up with the idea of changing the epicenter. It was in a promo. You
the
made
epicenter. It was something like that. I thought that was pretty clever. I was proud of myself.
Yeah. I thought you were hilariously funny that day. But
thank you. That day? Was this another Brett Winterble promo?
All days.
All day, every day. Now, I think I would have a lot of good memories just on a daily basis. I mean, I know that I do traffic, and maybe it's not sometimes as hard hitting as some of these news stories. And even though I'm listening to it, I'm not there preparing it. Like I see the work that Anna puts in every day for her stories. And so for me, every day is a great day. My work doesn't come home with me necessarily. Traffic is different every day, but it's also the same. So it's not necessarily mundane for me because it does change. And sometimes it does become exciting, and some days thrilling, and some days, heartfelt. Like, I've had my moments where I'm reporting on a story and it just becomes, just so overwhelming. And if we went back to that last question, I would have to say one of the ones that hit me the most last year, and there's been a lot, so I don't want to downplay anything else that's happened. But the officer that lost her life, and I had been on that story all morning from the moment I got in until we found out that she didn't make it. And I remember reporting it and just like my voice cracking and breaking down, and like those are the moments that they sit with you. And I just remember that she was a mom and it was her first day back and she had kids. Anything with kids, I'm such an empath. But aside from days like that, every day's a great day. I mean, look at what I get to do for a living. It's awesome. And for me, again, it doesn't come home with me. Every day's awesome. Thank you, Ron. I love that. Pete keeps me laughing, so we're glad to keep you guys laughing.
Some of my favorite things that I've done I've been here for a long time too. I've been at WBT now for 24 years, a little bit over 24 years. I started in 2000. So I've been around for a long time and seen a lot of changes to things. But I mean, with sports, you can't go wrong covering sports. I mean, every now and then you get a bad story, but for the most part, it's fun. I mean, you get paid to go watch sports and report on sports. And so we've had the highlights of the Panthers going to the Super Bowl. And the most fun game that I've ever covered in person, though, was the game up at the St. Louis Rams, who are now, of course, in LA. But when we played the Rams in the playoffs, and we went into double overtime, and Jake Delhomme found Steve Smith for the game-winning touchdown in double overtime that sent us on to the NFC Championship game. It was just so much fun. So there have been some great moments like that I've really enjoyed in the sports world, and just cool stuff. Just lots of people have come through here and covered Michael Jordan, and just there's been a lot of really cool things. But that game with Steve Smith definitely sticks out.
That's awesome.
What about you, Anna?
Or just memories here?
Yeah,
Like
what
working-wise?
what are some of your really good memories? The things that have brought you.
Sorry.
She's like, I don't know.
Like I work a lot. Like that's all I'm doing is updating the news. But obviously, Brett Winterble is a lot of fun to work with. He has made me laugh so many times on the air, and it just breaks up that monotonous, death and destruction news that I'm always having to cover. The angel of death over here. And so to have him counteract that,
Yeah.
it's very nice. And he's a great guy. He's exactly off the air how he is on the air. And
Yes.
I really enjoy. I'm so glad that him and I are a team.
Yeah.
We pretty much have worked together almost the whole time we both have been here at BT. So
I see we got a little shout out from Ron Tollison, our chief engineer at WBT. Says, hello, ladies, don't break anything. We'll try real hard, Ron. That's not always an easy task.
We don't even have to touch anything it breaks.
You can just look at it. I'm always like, Ron, no. Ron's been around forever at WBT too, and I just hate it that he's retiring. You're not allowed to retire, Ron. You have to stay forever.
Oh, I
It's
know.
November, right? It's coming up soon.
I know. I'm like, no. Don't leave us.
The first day, I'm going to tell a story about him. The first day that I was at WBT, I came walking down the hallway. I didn't know who Ron was, but he, like for people when you don't know him, some people are super intimidated by him, because he can be really intimidating. But he came right up to me, and we had never met. But then he just stopped me in the hallway and told me this random story about this like kids tour group that had come to tour the radio station and the TV station, and that I guess the bathrooms in the lobby, the lock is, sometimes people just forget to lock that. It's just a weird, you turn it to the right. So Ron tells me this story about just walking in to the bathroom, and there are all these like little kids, and they were trying to use the bathroom. Like, I don't know who this man is. And like, this is the funniest story that I don't know what to do with this information.
Man.
Wait, they were at the studio trying to use the bathroom?
The kids were, and they forgot to lock the door. There was like a little boy with his little pants down trying to use the bathroom.
So he was trying to save you from walking in on it.
No, he just told me a random story about it. I had nothing to do with the tour. It was just like the greatest moment. And so the second I met him, I thought, I am going to love this human being. And Ron went with us to, Bo and I did a show live from the battleship down in Charleston, the Yorktown. And Ron went with us to do the engineering. And so the first night there, we all went to dinner, and we sat there for like, probably 3 hours just talking and laughing. And he is just the loveliest human. I am so, so sad that he's retiring. And the gentleman they've hired to replace him is awesome. And he's going to do a great, great job. But oh my gosh, my heart is going to miss Ron so much.
I see we got a note here from Robert Boyd. Robert, who used to work at the station. Hi, Robert. And as he points out, Sharon, we worked together. I was an intern at WCHL in Chapel Hill when Robert worked there. So we go back a long way back to the days in Chapel Hill. So which is great fun. So how are you doing, Robert? Good to see you.
Robert's dad, Ty Boyd, also just an incredible human being. He when I first got into broadcasting, I didn't know exactly what I was doing, because I came out of I wasn't ever planning on being in front of the camera or, behind the microphone. And Ty Boyd took me out to lunch and kind of gave me a pep talk and talked me through the business. And just out of the kindness of his heart, just to say, hey, welcome to the Charlotte media industry. And such a lovely man. And it is an honor to sit in that studio that bears his name every day, and to be in the Ty Boyd studio. It's a really cool thing. There's just so much rich history there, but the fact that so many broadcasting legends have worked in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
a whole lot of them. We've had so many folks that have come through that have been just such a diverse group of people that have been in there, and it's been so much fun to work with all of them over the years. So
Yeah.
And we've got some great ones in there now.
Yeah, we have I think I haven't been, at the station as for all of the years that so many other folks have. But the thing that I just hear over and over again is that because we all get along, we all really do like each other, that we all have that kind of on-air chemistry with each other, but we have it off the air as well, and you'll see it when we're at News and Brews, and that we all genuinely like and respect each other and love to chat with each other. And
I know every now and then when I fill in for Jim Zoki, of course, in the morning doing sports, but on occasion he's been had to be the host of the show, like Beth, but mostly before you got there, and like Bo would leave, and so they'd have Jim to fill in to be the host, and then I would be the sports person, so I'd sit in there with him. And I just laugh listening to Jim Zoki, because does he not just crack you up? He is so snarky and has the funniest sense of humor, and he's so quick with his little comebacks and stuff. And I just sit there with just tears rolling down my face sometimes in that studio, just laughing at Zoki. Like, he's just an absolute trip to work with. So
every single day, every day we laugh until we sweat. Like, we're all just sweaty, like pit stains, laughing. And I wish that our commercial breaks were on the air somewhere. Mm-hmm. I wish that there was a camera or something so that people could see the commercial breaks, because there are conversations and moments that happen, after we finish a conversation on the air where you're absolutely right about the laughter. There's so, Pam, you said it best, how lucky we are that this is our job, that we get to work with these people, and we get to laugh, and we get to talk with our listeners, and just get to have a good time.
I mean, because I'd much rather sweat from laughing than doing hard labor. Hands down, sign me up, double time. Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah, agreed.
It's Drew. I can't complain too much.
Yeah. Drew mentions there that Zoki has the driest sense of humor, such a quick wit. That is very true. And Jennifer, Zoki's okay for a Buckeye. Yes, he is from up there in the good old Midwest, but he did not actually go to Ohio State, though. He went to Bowling Green University. So he's a Bowling Green grad. So
Stu says, I used to run H.A. Thompson's shoe store.
Oh my gosh.
Spots on a radio station. And I was like, wait, he had a shoe store?
That's what I was thinking.
But he heard him. H.A. came on. We were down at the Waniac at his condo, and H.A. came back and hung out with us for a while.
I know Stu. Sorry.
He's such a cool. And his voice does still sound exactly the same. And I think he had just celebrated 92. Was he 92 years old? And his voice has not changed.
Oh, he's amazing. He's just, you'd never know. You would never know if you just, like I was listening to you guys that day, and it's like, that's just amazing. Because some people lose their voice or gets weaker sound or something, but he's just like, he could just pick right up right now and just be on the show, no problem. So it's pretty wild.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Pick and Pay shoes, Stu said. It's Pick and Pay. I remember Pick and Pay.
Yeah. That's all those old stores. They've just gone by the wayside, haven't they? Like, I was trying to explain to my kids at some point, like the precursor to Walmart was like Roses or Kmart, all those stores that just don't exist anymore.
Roses. Oh my God, I forgot about Roses.
Yeah.
I've seriously heard that Payless has been shut down. Like that one really, that hurt.
Yeah.
They closed all of them. Like that one hurt. I was like, man, that was the place to go. I don't like to go to these other bigger stores. Like, I knew what I wanted at Payless. It didn't matter which one I went to. I could find something. And I feel like I have a hard time doing that now. Like, there's some of those stores that have closed where it's like, man, it was a staple when I was younger and growing up. Like, how do we close Payless? Like, what?
Yeah. I think there's like one Kmart left, they said, or one Roses. There's like they're just all gone. So
I think there's like one Blockbuster, like all the way out in the middle of like nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm. I think it's like in Oregon or something like that, or Alaska. But I
Somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Payless was my jam too. Pam.
Yes.
There's we're getting some notes here that we still have some roses. Drew says there's a roses in Hickory. Aaron says there are roses in Charlotte. Oh my gosh, I must be missing out then because I don't know where they are. I'll have to look those up.
What is roses for
roses? Is like what Target is, or Kmart, or one of those roses. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was like the original, the original Target. And you know what's weird is I still remember there was a lady that did a commercial for roses, but she was like in the shower getting her hair wet, and she was like, "At Roses," and talking about buying Perch shampoo or something like that. But why do I remember this?
Yeah.
Because you're probably like, why are we in the shower with this woman? Like, how did I get here? Is this late night television we're watching? Or what are we doing, Beth?
It was Cinemax. I
don't know. Sorry, Cinemax?
Cinemax and roses.
I couldn't hear that.
That's so funny.
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. And like the commercials nowadays, I mean, some of them, I think we did a whole bit one time, all those Kmart commercials that they put out that were just a play on words. And that's my jam because I loved all of those when they were talking about the big gas prices. I was like, yes, this is my kind of commercial, Yeah.
Or the ship my pants.
My pants. I just shipped my drawers. I love the commercial. It's like an older gentleman. He's talking about a dresser. Oh man, it's hilarious. I love that. Yeah. They knew what they were doing. That is smart marketing.
I should have saved it.
That's the kind of marketing I can get behind.
Ron Tollison tells us that roses is the great value of Walmart. Okay.
Oh, see now that I could understand that when you put it that way. Okay.
Yeah, roses was great.
I used to check them out
all the time in Carborough. They had a roses in Carborough right outside Chapel Hill, and I used to go there all the time. The good old days. So
well, now it's so strange if you go to Chapel Hill now. I feel like Franklin Street is commercialized now. It's a very. It's not.
Yeah. It was not the same.
It was so quaint in these tiny little shops and tiny little bars and little restaurants and stuff. And now I feel like it's a lot of chains.
Yeah, I know. The worst was when Ye Olde Waffle Shop. Remember Ye Olde Waffle Shop? Oh, that was the best. I know. And they closed after COVID. They couldn't stay open. I was like, no, that's like the worst one to close. The Old Waffle Shop. That one was the best. That was the best. So I miss those blueberry pancakes.
I did love the Old Waffle Shop. Michael says my favorite commercial was the Make 7 Up Yours. Oh,
those were good.
I forgot about that.
There we go. Michael's my kind of people.
Yeah. Oh, Steve tells us the Rat Skeller in Chapel Hill. I forgot about the Rat. Yeah, down in the dungeon down there where you had to go downstairs. The Rat Skeller. They had the best lasagna.
Oh, I was about to say that. It was like the greasiest.
The lasagna and Linda's Barn Grill. I think that's closed now. And Four Corners, of course, the original good old Four Corners, which was the best. So
I celebrated
I know. Beth and I are reminiscing about
they had great food. They're not open. Okay, next. Let's talk about
one day
open.
Y'all need to do a show from Chapel Hill. That would be fun. So you bring everybody to Chapel Hill like you went to the beach. So
that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
I'll have to make sure to fill in for Zoki that day so I can come.
Okay, we'll bring you too. Debbie says, what is each one of your favorite movies that you can watch over and over again?
Oh boy.
I'm going to say it. Dirty Dancing.
Oh, I love that one.
So hurt that the grounds where they filmed that movie, like that destroyed me. I mean, again, I'm not downplaying the whole situation, but like when I heard that, I was like, wow, like they can never go back there and like do that. But Dirty Dancing, I don't care when it comes on. I don't care what I'm doing when it comes on. And you best be sure when they're doing the jump, I'm flying from my bathroom on top of the bed. I don't care. I'm doing the dance. Like I love that whole movie. I can do it. I can see it, watch it again and again. It's just been an all-time favorite of mine. Yeah.
I'm right there with you. One of my favorites is Top Gun. I love Top Gun. That's just one of the best.
I almost rewatched that this weekend. It was on one of my list.
Oh, I love that. I love Top Gun and all the Star Wars movies, or not some of the newer ones, but the original Star Wars. I love Star Wars. That's those are some of the greatest ones too. So, but Top Gun is just right up there. It's fun to have show all those to people. Like, we had a babysitter. She's like, I've never seen Top Gun. I'm like, how could you never have seen Top Gun? So I literally made her come over on a Friday night, and we stayed home with her and the kids and watched Top Gun. So, yeah, that was a good one. How about you, Anna? What's your favorite?
Well, there's more. I haven't watched a movie in a long time, but I'd say maybe like young adult would be Natural Born Killers.
Oh,
One
wow.
of those people. I like odd stuff. I like weird cult movies. When I was really little, I liked The Last Unicorn. That was my favorite. I watched it over and over again.
That song, do you remember the song, Anna? That I'm alive.
I have no idea.
I watched that a lot too, Anna.
Oh, that's funny. I've never watched that movie, The Last Unicorn.
That's so funny, Beth. I thought I'd be the only one on earth that had seen that, especially that many times.
No, the little talking butterfly. I used to get so tickled at him as a kid, and then my little brother and I watched that. We recorded it off of TV on a VHS tape, and we just watched it over and over and over again. So funny. I didn't know anybody else had seen that movie.
That's funny. I have never seen that, so I'll have to.
I've never seen it either.
It's animated. Yeah.
Well, I would hope so. Because if they had a talking butterfly and some unicorn that sang, I mean, don't beware.
Well, I meant animated like cartoons or.
What about you, Beth? What was your favorite, or what movie can you watch again and again?
I mean, anytime Shawshank Redemption is on, like TBS or something, I'll always watch it. But there are two movies that are just kind of obscure, but that I love to watch. There's one called About Time with Rachel McAdams. It's not the time traveler's wife, but it's called About Time. And it is just lovely. And it's a great love story, but it also involves time travel. And it's just great. And then there's a movie that Blake Lively did with Harrison Ford, and it's called The Age of Adeline. And she doesn't age. And she is so perfect for that role because she seems like she's 150 years old, but she's in, like a 22-year-old's body. And I don't know why I like the movie so much, because I mean, you really have to suspend, your disbelief. But those two I could watch over and over again. I can turn them on and fall asleep. But I also like You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Oh yeah.
And it's so old school with a dial-up internet and stuff, but I still love it.
Oh, that awful noise that the internet makes when it connects. I imagine Beth watches all the Hallmark movies every year. Beth, is that true?
No,
I can see that. I can see that.
No,
like
you'd be surprised. I am not a fan. I am not a fan of Hallmark movies. Isn't that crazy? I do think
No, it's not, because like they're all the same premise. Like, small town girl comes back from New York, and now the love of her life chops trees, and
he's actually a prince.
He owns the Christmas star, and he's gonna save your dad, and like it's just this. It's the same thing every time, and they're gonna fall in love, and she's gonna move back there, and then her boyfriend from New York's gonna come by and try to win her over, but like she's staying. It's just. It's all the same premise. Like, my mom used to stay stuck on the Hallmark Channel. So, I mean, I have them like replaying in the back of my head. Like back when Candace Cameron was like in all of them.
That's
funny.
They
just sit back there. The horrible ones, the Christmas ones, they're just on replay. Like, I never have to watch another one ever.
Anna, looks like you've got a question from Mike. You moved all the way from Oregon to work at WBT. Was that move tough for you?
I didn't actually move from Oregon to work at WBT. I'd already been out here for about a year before I even applied for the position here. So I do want to clarify that. I mean, obviously it was tough because my entire family is in Oregon. So my daughter is here. I am now married again, but my ex-husband is here and is from here. So, you know, but everybody on my side of the family is 3,000 miles away. So of course it's hard, you know. I do miss them, and you know, I wish I could see them more often, obviously, but the move itself wasn't bad though. Actually, the move itself was cool. I drove across the country, and I suggest everybody do that at least once in their life. You don't realize how big America is until you do something like that and actually drive through it rather than just fly over it, you know. So I mean, you watch the terrain change, the people change, how they dress changes, obviously how they talk. You know, so and then when I got out here, people here are like, where are you from? And I was like, oh, this is weird. I'm the odd man out. You know, there's not too many Southerners that moved to Oregon. So when they would, I'd be like, oh, which Southern state are you from? So yeah, it was a good move though. I'm glad I'm here.
We're super glad that you're here.
No, thank you.
Now Brandon has asked, what is the saddest movie that you've ever seen? And why is it The Curious Case of Benjamin Button?
Do you know, I've never been able to see that movie all the way through, ever. It just, something has always happened where I could never see it all the way through. It's great. You know, I love what I've seen, and I feel like it's been so long now that I can't, you know.
Is that the one where the guy ages backwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great story. Interesting.
Yeah.
I just never, something's always come up. I never made it through.
Yeah.
I cry. I've only seen the movie a couple of times, but I don't know why I sob. The movie Arrival. Have you seen that with, who was the girl that played the fairy in Enchanted?
Can't help you there.
I can't think of her name. She was she also
was talking about the redhead.
Yeah.
Not the one that's married to Sacha Baron Cohen. I always get the two of them mixed up. The other one,
that's
right?
Isla Fisher. It's not her. It's the
not
other.
Isla Fisher. It's the other one. I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her
Amy
name.
Adams.
Yes, I know. Okay, yes.
So it's
Never
Amy
seen
Adams,
it though.
and it's about literally the arrival of aliens that start trying to communicate and give a language to humankind. And I sob every time I watch that movie. And again, I've only seen it a handful of times, and it's kind of one of those mind-bending type of movies, but I cry every time. I cry every time I see Terms of Endearment, and I cry every time I watch Steel Magnolias.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think you like, where's your heart if you don't cry for that one?
That's good.
Yeah,
I love the movie Out of Africa. That one, the way that ends. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that one. It's so awesome. That's from a long time ago with Meryl Streep and Robert Redford. But it's really, really, really good, and it's got like a heart-wrenching end too. But that it's the scenery is stunning. It's really good. So from a long, long time ago, but it was good.
That's funny because I think one of the first movies I remember like crying like that over. You guys might laugh. It's crazy. It was the ending of Cocoon, where the grandparents were like passing at the end. Do you remember? It was like the older gentleman. I don't remember his name. It's been so long, but I just so vividly remember that scene. Click always makes me cry with Adam Sandler. You've never seen it? Where he kind of uses the remote. I love your face just now, Sharon. It's like, it's like Adam Sandler. It's actually a really good movie. And it's just kind of where he gets this magic remote, and he's able to fast forward, and he's trying to do this promotion at work, but the remote kind of takes over, knows when he wants to like fast forward, so starts doing it for him. when certain situations arrive. And then before you know it, he's like old and he's dying and he's just been on, autopilot for his whole life, that like he's not understanding when he's finally stopped what's going on. And it's like the end where he's like running after them and he like collapses. Oh, it's just, and it's such a good movie. Like, it's funny. It's got everything that makes me cry. And then my son introduced me to a movie that I highly recommend. It's called what is it? Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. And it's just an incredible movie all around. It's just not what I expected at all. And it's in a story about a mom and her daughter. And it just takes you through all these different realms. And they turn into like ninjas and they're fighting. It's just crazy. But the whole, like, you feel the connection as they go through the different stories. Like, they're still brought to each other. Like, something's bringing them back every time. And it's just like them trying to save their relationship and like kind of understand each other by the end. And that one had me and my son like bawling.
I loved that one too, Pam.
Did you?
It. Yeah.
Did I explain it well? Like, did you, like, with the realms, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, that movie was insane.
Yeah,
Insane.
I thought that one was really, because it was just so creative, because Hollywood is so, right now they're doing so many remakes and everything seems to be a Marvel movie. And anytime there's something that's creative and just well thought out, I'm all in.
I thought the premise was just different, and it really it took me there. And it's a long movie. It's 2 hours, and it sucks you into the story. I mean, I was at the edge of my seat. And normally if I cry in a movie, my son will look over at me to kind of give that like, hee, you're crying. But like, I looked over at him and he was just like tears like pouring.
Oh, wow.
It was, yeah, we both like felt it. Yeah, it was pretty intense. Yeah,
wow.
It was a good one.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. It's not often you can get a teenage boy to have that kind of emotion, especially.
He's different. Yeah, we spent a lot of time together, so I think he's just a little bit different. He's definitely in tune with he's been sitting here along my side the whole time listening. Like, that's all he wants to do is he knows this is important to me and he wants to be right here, and he's literally sitting in the chair.
Oh, hey, Warner.
Like, watching me. I mean, it's just, I've always craved that kind of relationship when I was younger, and I didn't have it. And so I love that he gives me the opportunity to fulfill that, but in a different way. Like, I get to do it from like the mom's part. And so like, that's nice for me to be able to create that with him, So yeah. I love it. He's always got my back. Yeah.
I like that. We have a few more votes for sad movies. Brian's Song, that's a good one. Love Story, The Notebook. Yeah,
Notebook is a good one. Read the book, watched the movie. That's
a good one. I ugly cried at the movie My Girl. I went to see it in high school on a date with this really cute guy, but I ugly cried so hard that it made me burp. It was just a really awkward date. We didn't go out again.
No. That's so crazy. I remember that movie. That was with Macaulay Culkin and what's her name?
And Anna Chlumsky.
Yes. And didn't she? It was a bee sting that took her out or something.
No, it took him out. He went to get her mood ring.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
The bee, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it. He died.
Well, I mean, come on. At this point, let's be real. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
That one got me hard.
That's so funny.
It got me hard in my heart.
Verklempt.
What do we have? We have somebody else. Let's see. Stu wants to know what the favorite scary movie is. I don't like scary movies. Scary movies scare me, so I don't watch them. But, right? I'm not a fan of scary movies. I don't like to be jump scared or anything, or gory movies. That's not my thing. So I avoid scary movies at all costs.
I do too.
Psychological thriller type stuff is cool to me. Yeah, I like stuff like Donnie Darko. It's just different, and interesting to me.
I've never seen
Donnie Darko. I don't know that.
It's different, yeah. If you ever wanted to check it out, it's an older movie. Do you remember it, Pam?
I don't, but I do. Well, I remember the name. I don't remember the premise of the movie, but I think
Right.
it's going to follow along the lines of like Clockwork Orange. Like that's the kind of
Yeah.
movie that I, like that's that.
Okay.
I love that. Like I can watch that kind of stuff. I do like thrillers. I used to hate horror movies, but I do like them now, and I've gotten more into it like as I got older. And so like I have seen all of the series of the ones with the husband and wife team that I can't even think about it right now. That they would go around and with the demons and stuff. You know who I'm talking about, Beth?
Yeah.
It's the husband and wife, and they've now like there's a part of their house like they have the original Annabelle doll, and they came out with the movie The Nun, and somebody chime in. I know that someone knows about the movies I'm talking about. The Conjuring, all of those. Yes.
Oh. Those are so spooky.
It's a whole series. They are creepy, and I can usually watch them when it's
scary.
I like I don't watch them at night.
I'm like awake all night going, what's that noise? What's that noise? What did I just see? I cannot watch those. I'm like a total wimp when it comes to those. Those have more than like the gory ones. Those like super scary ones, like well, of course, the original one, The Shining. Oh, that's so scary. So scary.
Really? The original one?
Oh, I think, they're The Shining. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And like Amityville Horror and all those awful ones.
I mean, it's scary, but I do like The Shining. It took me a while before I actually like sat through the whole thing, but then once I did.
Yeah, it's like petrifying. It's really, that was a scary movie.
The axe and the running through the maze.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, he really played that part. Jack Nicholson. He was
amazing,
just insane in those roles. I mean, he owned that role, and like, there's been parodies on it, and the whole twin thing. But yeah, it's pretty intense. It is a good one. Anything that has to do with possession really like freaks me out. Like I won't watch like the red rum. I won't watch like The Exorcist and stuff. Those really creep me out. Anything to do with that kind of like possession, I'm usually out. Yeah.
Did you see The Exorcism of Emily Rose? My brother.
I only got halfway through it.
I can't. Those get me. There was a psychological thriller that came out a few years ago with Jason Bateman called The Gift.
Yes.
That freaked me out. Like
that was good though.
Nothing really crazy. I mean, there's nothing. It's not like a slasher movie. It's just a methodical guy coming back to ruin his high school bully's life. Wait.
And it starts off with a gift. Yeah, that was a great movie.
Oh, sorry. Is it Cape Fear? Cape Fear. There was like the original Cape Fear and then the new Cape Fear. Those are scary.
The only thing I remember about Cape Fear was the guy under the car, like hanging under the car, and it freaked me out for years. Every time I would open my car door, I would hang.
Yeah, it's like look under there. There's nobody under there. Yeah.
Like the adult version of looking under your bed.
Which is great because my bed actually comes with like this little, I've got a remote and the lights will just turn on under my bed. So I don't even have to like get down. I'm just gotcha, and the bed moves. So if I need to like put that headrest up, be like, get out, I see you. Oh my. Found ya.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's movies like that, which is why like I have an attic in my closet for the first, and I'm not used to having like in my closet, like, not comfortable with that. And so like for the first week when I moved here, I had an outside camera. I have two outside cameras, one in the front, one in the back. And I took the one in the back and I kept it in my closet for like the first 10 days. Because, like you hear those stories of like people living in the attic and stuff. And so I'm like, listen, this way, if someone's trying to come down when I'm sleeping or away, like I'm going to catch them, like the camera's going to catch them. And after like 10 days, like I took it out and I put it away and stuff. But it just kind of like creeped me out. Like that's what those movies do to you,
Yeah, exactly. That's why I can't watch them because I'll just never sleep again.
Yeah, never sleep again.
No, can't do it. So, that's funny. So, what is Barbara says? You see it. Me and my hubby, we like haunted shows. The reality ones. Oh yeah, Ghost Hunters. Oh yeah, that's a good show. Those reality shows.
Oh,
They
yeah, they
investigated the hotel that The Shining was made in. Okay, because that was like way upstate New York or somewhere, right? The Shining wasn't that where that one was set?
Yeah.
Like
Something
somewhere
so.
way up north.
Yeah, because it was all snowy.
Yeah. Those are sort of spooky. Those reality ghost shows where they like do things that are supposedly like real. I'm a big fan of like ghost tours. I don't like scary movies, but I love to go like on ghosts. They have a really good ghost tour here in Charlotte, actually. Where you can
Where?
go around. Yeah, it's sort of fun. It's a walking tour, and you can go around and they, tell you this used to be the such and such hospital, and this was whatever, and it's really cool. And like they have them in Charleston and Georgetown, South Carolina. They have really neat ghost tours with supposed haunted houses and stories of things like that. I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff. That's sort of cool.
And I've been wanting to do that, and I've been wanting to get to Charleston, and I know I've talked to you about that before. It's so enriched with history, and I love that kind of stuff. And I want to get down there and do something. But I've been wanting to do like a ghost tour here. I'm not sure if I want the walking one. I think I like the little like ride through. Let's do a little ride through. Let's try that out first. Put me on a wagon with like 10 other people, and take me through something. I'm not sure how I feel about the walking, but I would like to do that. There's a lot of places around here that look creepy, and I know there's some ghosts in those houses.
Yeah, there's some neat stories with it. There's some neat stories, especially down in, like you said, Charleston and Georgetown stuff. They have some really cool old stories like that are just really neat. So, and
I know they're going to ramp it up for Halloween. I mean, I've already seen some stuff on Groupon. I think I'm going to try one out. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and I'm going to bring like I'm going to film it, and then I'm going to bring it to the station, and I'm gonna let you guys watch it. We might post it or something. See me screaming and sweating.
We did. Do y'all know of Jackson Training School that's over in Concord, like Cabarrus? It's
that fam.
We're all laughing at this comment. Brett Jensen encounters scary Brett Jensen
ghost stories.
Oh God!
I'm sorry, Beth. I didn't mean Brett. What were you saying?
He'll be. He's on our show tomorrow. Brett Jensen.
Yeah.
Brett. The first time I ever met Brett, I sat next to him at an NCAA tournament game here in Charlotte years and years and years ago when he was writing for Fox Sports, and I ended up sitting next to him on press row, and that was my first introduction to Brett. But he was great. We had a good time sitting there chit chatting on press row. That was the first time I ever met him, and then it was sort of funny that we've come full circle and both work at the same place. So, but that was the first time I ever met Brett. So it was not scary at all.
It wasn't a ghost encounter.
No ghost story involved there. No, it was all good. It was all good. So,
he and I went to a Le Creuset like factory sale together.
That's random.
I know. He loves Le Creuset cookware, and so do I, because I love to bake. And so
that's funny.
He got us press passes, so we got to go in and shop the sale before everybody else. And it was ridiculous. We just like ran through the place. He bought one pot. I had a cart full of
that's how I would do it.
Stuff like oven mitts and measuring cups and little pinch bowls. And I even bought a chef hat.
Oh my goodness.
But it was
Have
fun.
you worn the chef hat though? Is it worth it?
I really wish that I had saved my money. I wore the hat once. It was with my nephews.
When you were baking.
Yeah.
Are you still baking, Beth?
Oh yeah, I made a my friend Barb had knee surgery on Wednesday, so I made she loves raspberry pie. I'd never made a raspberry pie, but I made a raspberry pie for her because I love to do like the lattice work on top.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
Yum. I love raspberries. That sounds really good. Raspberry pie. Yum.
I've never and I didn't taste it, but she sent a text and said it was good. So I just kind of I read a couple of different recipes and then kind of mixed a couple of them together and just made it up as I went. And
nice.
I baked for for my husband Craig, but I bake for Bo every now and again because his wife really likes my chocolate chip cookies. So I'll bake cookies for them every now and again, and made an apple pie for Bo for his birthday. And But I love my favorite thing to bake actually is bread. I love to bake bread.
Oh, there's
Really?
nothing better than homemade bread. That reminds me of my grandmother used to make homemade bread, and I just loved that. So that brings back memories. I haven't had homemade bread in forever.
Well, I need to do a girl
bread.
Oh, next year when we do this, we should do it. Come to my house and we'll all do it together. And I'll bake like bread and a big thing of tomato soup, and we'll have wine, and we'll just sit around the kitchen table and put one computer up.
That sounds fabulous. Fabulous idea. That sounds great.
Work, for sure. We'll share a chair.
It'll be super fun.
Absolutely.
I know we're almost out of time, but I love that so many people have been commenting and asking us random questions. We got one about if we had a choice between peanut butter sandwiches and bologna sandwiches, which would you choose?
Bologna.
Peanut butter.
If I have milk, peanut butter and jelly, if I have a frying pan and I can make the bologna really crispy,
right? I used to love bologna sandwiches. I'd come home from track practice and I'd have, I can't believe my mother fed me this, bologna on white bread with root beer and a little Debbie oatmeal pie. And I would have that every day after track practice. I'm surprised I wasn't like 100 pounds, 200 pounds. But yeah, I had 2 bologna sandwiches on white bread with a little Debbie oatmeal pie and root beer after track practice.
Wow.
I love it. I love bologna. I haven't had that in decades.
Wow.
Never did the fried bologna thing, and I think that's why it was just, to me, it's just like,
yeah, I never fried it. I ate it plain, just regular, straight out of the container.
Oh, I love crispy fried bologna sandwiches. Oh God, with
mustard. Is that sort of like bacon? Is that sort of like bacon when you do it that way?
Really?
Or ham or
no? It's its own special thing because isn't bologna made of like pig butts? I mean, it's just like it's
something horribly unappetizing. I'm sure.
I have to research that one.
The timing is great.
You can fry anything; it tastes good, right?
Oh man, that's so funny.
I mean, you're not lying though. I mean,
hey, sometimes the simple things taste really good. Sometimes, so
yeah.
Like, I'll give it a shot next time.
Drew just said fried liver mush. Yes, hands down, fried liver mush. I will eat it every day. A fried liver mush
behind that.
Sandwich. No, can't do that. Can't do that one. I don't think I've ever had that. It just sounds very unappetizing.
Yeah, I would have to like seriously reevaluate our friendship after that. Don't have it next year when we do this. When you're serving,
definitely do not serve that. Yeah,
have the liver mush like before we get there, right? That doesn't sound selfish, right?
That's funny. So funny.
It's cool.
I won't make you fried bologna sandwiches or fried liver mush sandwiches.
I might try the fried bologna. The liver mush is just,
Yep, I'm right there with you, Pam. That's a hard no.
I don't care how pretty you make it look, and I know that you can cook. Like, it just wouldn't matter to me. I'm just not even gonna try it. Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh man,
I'll sneak it in. I won't tell you it's a fried liver mush sandwich. I'll be like,
oh, that's evil.
This is and
some sort of fancy pate. I'm onto you, Beth. I'm onto you.
Oh man, that's funny.
Well, ladies, I can't believe our hour legitimately is up. We did that. It felt like 5 minutes.
Right. We need to have round 2, right?
I know.
Round
so
3.
next year we all come to my house and I will bake and we'll eat and we'll sit together around one camera with wine and bread.
All right. Sounds like a great idea.
I'm there for
it. Great idea.
Pie and liver mush.
Thank you, Stu. Let's do it. Thanks, everybody.
It was good seeing you guys, and I don't get to see you.
Thanks, Angela. Have a great night.
Beth and Sharon. Everybody that tuned in, thank you so much.
And can I just tell you guys, you ladies, that I miss your faces, and I want to just kiss you and hug you so much. Like, I love y'all. You're just so talented and so wonderful, and just you're exactly who you are on the air that you are off the air. And I feel so lucky to have friends that are fabulous ladies like you. So thank you for being you.
Awesome. Same to you. And thanks, Bernie, for running the show tonight.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Thank you to Bernie, and thank you to Craft Body Scan for making tonight possible.
Yes. Go give that baby some snuggles.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
My dog says good night too.
Oh, my cats didn't even make their debut. My little one he left. And they were into it before. They were being ignored. Now they're like, whatever.
Yeah, like, yeah, we're out of here. We're cats. We're out of here.
They even had their little thing.
Oh, there we go. We got one there. So
there's one. And there's the other one. Say bye.
All right.
Bye.
See you later.